Oh, Jesus Christ. Sup, fellow dorks? Welcome back to Dorkology101, where today we pick up where we left off in our last episode, Toxic Fandom. As always, I'm your portly host, Tony Smith, joined together by my two favorite co-hosts, Mark and Brandon. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I don't know. Last time we had just so much to talk about with about toxic fandom. Like I had an entire list of things that I thought we were going to get to.
I mean, we did talk we talked
for about a little over 30 minutes. I want to say like 35 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, but we did talk. I was about to say that we did talk like 30 minutes after the episode about other toxic fandom that we wanted to make.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I had to leave, but yeah. So I guess you guys did, but
fair enough.
I wasn't around for that. Yeah. So we got a nice little list of some other things we want to touch on. But before we get started, I do want to ask everybody who's listening, just do us a favor and because it really helps us out here. We're also trying to get to 100 subscribers. It's as our first little goal. So if you like the content we're making and you want to listen to more, please subscribe. It's simple. It's free. It's just a click of a button. All right, so let's get back on. So this is going to be part 2 of our Toxic Fandom. If you like part 1, hopefully part 2 is just as interesting. I would like to kick this off with hating popular anime for the sake of hating it. I've noticed this a lot. I know other people have noticed it a lot, but because I spend a stupid amount of time in comment sections and anime fan sites and so on and so forth. So I watch a lot of people who just love to shit on popular anime. They love it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a superiority thing. I don't know. I like to imagine all toxic is either people who just get off on being assholes or it's a superiority thing. I assume that's one of the two. But I've noticed a lot of the anime, just to name a few, that people love to dunk on just for the sake of dunking on. They originally started off as super popular. Everybody was loving it. I guess when it was a little more not niche, but like when that initial ball starts to roll, everyone's talking about how awesome it is. And it's, I don't think anybody's really said groundbreaking, but usually it's very popular and it's just something that everyone can talk about. And then it hits a point where it goes from being, oh, I can't wait for season 2 or 3 to you watch that you watch that? Is that so that what anime is now? That's the kind of thing that's cool right now, or any nonsense that they like to throw out the window because they got to be those cool kids, the hipster group of
the
of
one that
fans,
was the anime that no one listens to.
Exactly, it's got to be the niche
because you watch Naruto, I watch Boku no Pico. You know what I mean? Shit that no one listened to or know about.
It's true.
It was a bad choice, but
I don't know about the Pico one. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. But I do know what you mean, and it is ridiculous.
My nephew is that.
Was watching Boku no Pico?
No, my nephew is that because here's the thing.
I was like, my eyes got wide. I was like, wait, what?
No. My nephew came over last night, and he was like, "Yo, can we watch some Boruto?" I'm like, "Sure." Let me finish my Hitman. My Reborn really quick. He looked at it and said, "Why are you watching this trash anime?"
Now was it okay? So my question to that is that did he follow up with it being because it's a shonen anime and he prefers okay? I guess my feelings on it is this: I have no problem with someone disliking an anime because it's not their thing. That's fine. If you don't like shonen, you don't like shonen. If you don't like mecha, I'm not a big mecha fan. Yeah. I'm not a huge slice of life fan unless it contains some kind of romance, something like that.
This was my question. I'm like, do you not like it because of the genre? He says, no, because it's trying too hard to copy on Boruto.
See, and that's where my
trigger. Yeah, that's where my trigger went, and I went, because you're my nephew, I can't cuss you out. This came out before Boruto.
I would have stunned him.
I'm still mad he's trying to say Boruto was anime of the year because it saved 2021. We're just going to talk about that later.
Wait. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later.
We'll talk about that so hard that his sister will feel it.
But yeah, no, I agree. That's essentially the deal. It's ridiculous to trash an anime solely because it is similar to another anime or because, it's so popular, so it must be trash. If it's not the hole in the wall, few people talk about it, you got to have a coffee and a smoking a cigarette kind of nonsense, then it's not cool. And that's stupid. That's really, really stupid. You know what? You know why shonen is the most popular of all anime genres? You know why? Because it's simple. It's simple and it's fun. And I'm not saying there aren't other genres that are amazing or aren't simple, but there is a to shonen that is amazing. And for anybody out there who dislikes shonen to the point where they have to be toxic about it, I want to tell you this. You love anime, right? You love niche anime. You love whatever genre you like, right? Well, you better get on your knees and kiss of shonen anime, because shonen anime is the reason today that anime in general is popular. Yeah, so like I was saying before I was interrupted. Yeah, you can essentially kiss the ass of shonen anime, because shonen anime is the reason anime is as popular as it is today, especially in the West. All right. Before this, I grew up in anime in the 80s. All right. And for the 80s, to describe it to anybody else to give them some general understanding, you didn't have the internet. Okay. So your anime came from VHS tapes that you just got lucky to get your hands on. Usually you had to, say again?
Blockbuster.
Exactly.
Blockbuster.
And I didn't even get mine from Blockbuster. I had to get mine from a friend who got it from Blockbuster. Because the problem is a lot of parents didn't like anime. They thought it was weird foreign cartoons that were full of violence and naked ladies or whatever. And I'm not saying they aren't something like that. I'm a big Fist of the North Star fan.
First anime I watched with my father was literally Fist of the North Star. I was like, wait, did he just explode?
Exactly.
I am so down. Let's watch
more. I'm not gonna lie. Parents weren't exactly off the mark, but they didn't understand where anime was coming from. Anime has such a spectrum that there are some where people explode and the ladies are very bouncy, but there are others that are not like that. But again, the 80s was a different time for anime. Regardless, getting your hands on anime in general was pretty difficult. Getting hands on an anime that was subbed, holy smokes. Talk about finding a hope.
That's winning the lottery back then.
It was. It really, 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 really was. So I don't want to hear about shonen anime being garbage, because while you may not like it, you can thank it and accept it at the very least, because it is the reason you get to enjoy all the fabulous things you do today. And I don't want to hear, internet is the big reason. Yes, internet helps a lot with us getting to this point, but it's shows like it's anime like Pokemon, Naruto, One Piece,
Digimon,
Sailor Moon, Digimon, and
Dragon
one
Ball.
other one. I feel bad. Dragon Ball, guy. That's one the biggest one. Dragon Ball.
I was wondering why you're not talking about Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z mostly. Let me name a few anime that I essentially mean where people tend to love to dig their claws in and talk a lot of shit. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is one of the more recent ones that it was revered as one of the hottest anime when it came out, and everybody was pumped for season 2. Mm-hmm. Now season 2 is coming soon. I think it's actually coming next. I mean, it's out right now.
Season 2 is already
technically
out.
Yes, it is.
It's the moving train back again.
Yes, that's what I was meaning.
It's still out.
One episode.
Yes, it's out. It's out, but the next arc is the new story that we.
New stuff.
If you haven't seen the movie, then the series is, the season 2 is where it's at. Demon Slayer is now, God knows, every time I bring up Demon Slayer, you get a few people who's like, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be great, and this and the other. And there's always that one chode who comes in, oh, Demon Slayer, oh, it's just overhyped garbage.
You mean the overhyped anime because it has good animation?
Yes. Well, first off, honestly, when it comes to anime, your eyes absorb it first. It's very. I used to be a chef. One rule you learn in culinary school is that your customers eat with their eyes first. All right, you eat with your eyes. So anybody who says something like, "Oh, because the animation is good," yes, the animation being good is a very important factor to me liking anime. I've watched a number of anime, or tried to watch a number of anime, where the animation is so bad that I just can't get into it.
Look,
that is a big, important part.
As someone here who is a big-ass Seven Deadly Sins fan, I can understand where you're coming from.
Facts.
Yes, same here.
I love the story of Seven Deadly Sins, but the animation in season
3 was 3?
Yeah, where Sujadin took over.
Yeah, it was very hard for me to keep watching.
The fight between Meliodas and what's his name? Oh, But that was supposed to be the best fight of the whole,
Yes,
the whole
Ghidorah, that was supposed to be
series.
the best fight.
I never read the manga for it. So everyone was, I mean, I wasn't pleased with the fight in general, but I talked to people about it and they were all like, dude, in the manga, it is like an epic fucking fight. It is amazing. And what you got was such a piss poor version that it made you want to kind of quit the anime. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I mean, what I saw made me kind of want to quit the anime. The rest of the season for me was just a slog. Like I was watching for the sake of completing it, not because I was enjoying it. Like, that's a sad situation. So, my point is that, the visuals, the animation, the artwork, they're very important, and Demon Slayer knocked that out of the park. On top of that, it's a really cool story. As a matter of fact, it does the whole shonen story better than most because it takes its time to build itself up. The main character doesn't start out super powerful, and I'm not taking shots at anime that do that because that's another topic I'm gonna touch on soon enough. But in this case, it is very refreshing to watch a character build and become strong. They don't take forever to do it, but they don't give it to you immediately. And I love that. And you watch him truly grow as a character. And it is really great. And when I hear somebody bash the anime for the sake of bashing it, it does piss me off. And same goes for the next few I'm going to list. There's one that, I can understand general arguments. We'll get to it. My Hero Academia, one of my favorites, same deal. I am tired of people just pissing on it because it's popular. Naruto is a classic that a lot of people love to crap on, not realize that Naruto is such a big anime, is popular today in the West. Not that has to be you gotta love it deal. But again, this goes for really, honestly, the ones I name here, Black Clover, Fairy Tales, Hunter x Hunter, but this goes really for any anime. I don't care how big or small it is. If you're hating on it just because you want to get a reaction or you want to feel superior because you watch something that's a little more elite, just go. Just get out of the.
You don't have to rub it into everyone. Let people enjoy what they want.
Yes, you don't have to comment. Just go. If you don't like it because you're not a big fan of shonen anime or not a big fan of ninjas or whatever, the art style, fine, that's fair. Those are choices. You have that choice. But if you're coming into the comment sections or fan pages or whatnot just to be that guy who can't skip past a post that mentions Naruto or Demon Slayer or My Hero Academia without having to say, yeah, well, that sucks. And here's why.
Like, what's the point of doing that? Like, I don't go on forums or whatever telling people saying, "Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII is the best." I don't go, "Screw that, you uncultured swine. The 8 is the best."
Mark, you want to know why? No, you want to know why? It's because they want attention. No one talks to them because their opinions are trash. So they gotta talk shit to make someone talk to them.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. Exactly.
I agree. They're lonely people who just want a reaction. They're basically Naruto in his early stages.
It's like, I can say this. I don't personally like Inuyasha. It is not an anime I enjoy.
I'm not into it either.
Will I talk shit about it? No. I'll just go, it's not something I prefer, only because one character annoys me and she happens to be one of the main characters. So it throws me off.
I knock a buddy of mine for liking it, but that's just because we like to jab each other. Love you, Ty. But yeah, that's my general point. Moving on, another one that it's kind of a multi-layered version, but I'll get to it. So essentially, the first thought here is that anime, that people can't constantly mention that the manga is better for reasons. And listen, and I'm not a manga reader. I've tried a lot, and I just can't get into it. I'm a very visual person. And it is so much easier to watch stuff animated. Even if I like the manga, I'd be still waiting heavily for an anime just because I want to see it animated. I want to hear the sounds, the actions, things like that. And this is no shot against anybody who reads manga. I wish I could get into manga because there are so many anime that I love that will never get a second season. All right? Or more than that. So God knows I wish it were you. But one thing I would love, and this goes really not just from manga to anime, this goes from book to movie, or book to series, or movie to series. Well, not movie to series, But any written word that is now put into live action or animated action or whatnot, I am so tired of having to hear people say
It's better.
it wasn't as good as the book. It wasn't as good as the manga. It wasn't as good as the light novel. I'm like, well, no shit, Sherlock. All right. You know what it costs to write words? Almost nothing. Okay. Except ink and paper.
And time.
That's it. That's what it and time. That's what it takes. That's what it costs. So of course I can write detailed sagas with all the great bits and information in there. I get that. And I will never defend an anime over a manga because the manga is, well, I can't really because I haven't read the manga, but still, I would always accept that the manga is better because they can put more in there.
Well,
anime takes time. It takes artists to do their job. It takes sound engineers to do their job. It takes everything to make an anime, to make a cartoon, to make a movie, and they have budgets. They have serious budgets.
One thing I have heard that people will argue with me, because I feel the same way you do. I read manga, don't get me wrong. But some people be like, well, this isn't included. Sometimes they don't have the time and the budget to include this one random thing. You got to
That's exactly the point. You have to fold this stuff down. You have to, and I'm not saying, because here's the deal, I'm not giving excuses for anime adapted poorly. That's a different thing. An example would be someone complaining about Harry Potter and how they didn't include more about trolls or goblins or this particular house or that particular character. Harry Potter is still a really good series that was done well enough that people love it. All right. And yes, obviously the books are going to be better. There's no question. Versus this one's a little bit of a, it's still a novel. I mean, it's still a book first. Was it a book first?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The book's
the Last Airbender. You know. I'll go with The Last Airbender. I believe it was a book first. I don't know. I'm not.
Last Airbender. It was not a book first. I believe it was a
book first. Okay, good. So then if it is a book first, then my point stands a little more valid.
It wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't? Well,
no.
Screw it. It's still, my point is clear. All right? Because honestly, the source material, it was amazing. And then they adapted it to live action, and one man ruined that. And hilariously enough, it should have been so much easier because it was already animated. It was a TV show, and it already had all the steps there. You just have to take it and put it in the movie. And I know the movie is going to be shorter, but that's okay because you can make multiple movies. You know, give it time. That was the plan. They were going to do the movies. So you can easily condense a few parts down to fit into your first movie and then your second movie and third movie so you can get the whole story. But they didn't do that. They tried to crush so much into one movie, and then they changed all the names of the people, and they just changed so much that it made no sense. That is a bad adaptation, and I'm not defending bad adaptations. I'm defending good anime that people want to bash because, they didn't add this character and what they said here. Yes, I get it. You like that comic or that joke or that moment. I get it. You like it in the manga and they didn't put it in the anime. Why? For reasons. I'm sure there are a number of them. Usually budget is involved. All right.
Or time.
It doesn't have enough significance to the story and the budget. Exactly. The budget and time. Usually budget is the biggest reason. But yeah, time is also a general factor. To put that stuff in there to get the product out as soon as they can without ruining the quality. So, cut it a break. I get that, Another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with that is people who just have to let you know that, I can't believe they jumped this many chapters in one episode. Like, yes, the anime is moving at a brisk pace. Again, this goes right back to what I just said. They have only so much time and money to tell this story as complete as they can because, again, you never really know if you're going to get another anime right off the bat. I'm not going to go into the details of what it takes to make an anime in Japan, and I'm going to stick with Japan because I know anime is made in many other countries. That is a conversation I can have another time, but we'll stick with Japan and what it takes to make an anime there. A lot of people think, oh, well, you give them money, they adapt it, and it's good. No. All right. They do get money, but it is a very small budget. And that budget is given from a conglomerate that's like, this is how we make money. We give these little studios their money and we tell them, make this anime. And they have to do it within that very tight budget. They can't go back and say, hey, can we get a little more money for this? No. Nope. Which is why in the next season's anime quality or animation quality will dip, because they couldn't afford to keep drawing the characters so old. They just couldn't afford it. It just wasn't in the budget to do it. So I cut anime break at times for not being as crisp and beautiful as it used to look or whatever like that. But as long as the story is good and the voice acting is good, I can usually overlook that. If it's god awful, like Seven Deadly Sins season
3. The season 3.
Then we have there's a discussion to be had. I guess another subtopic of this one would be something Mark brought to my attention about anime versus manga
Versus
in general.
like book reading. Versus, it was more about like book readers and manga reader versus the anime all the time. Like they always seem to compare or whatever. Really went end to end what you were just saying. So
yeah, the reason why I give that a subcategory, because you do get these people who are manga only readers or anime only readers or watchers or light novel, blah blah blah. I'll just say manga / night novel.
Book reader, we'll call them the book reader.
Book readers. Everything. Yeah. That's what I do.
Easier like this.
You get your book reader mains versus your anime mains, and you never really hear. That's the weird thing. You never hear anime mains coming at the throat of book mains. It's always the other way around. It's usually book mains who have to let it known that, and I know I said this line before, but essentially it's not the same. I can't watch the anime because it cuts out so much, and the manga is clearly more superior. And it goes right back to what I said.
Or they really changed the story here. He didn't die in the manga. You're lost there. You're not gonna know the real story, you peasant. Basically.
What if we wanted to know the real story? We would just read the book.
Yeah,
plain and simple.
That's why I start reading Akame ga Kill.
Yeah, exactly. If you like it enough and want to know how it all goes down, detailed, from the source material, read the book. I don't need you to tell me something is better or something has changed, because it doesn't matter to me. I watch anime, and whatever the anime gives me, if I like it already, then good. I don't mind if you tell me, oh man, that's in the manga they changed this, because you're just informing me of that interesting change. But don't come at me like you've got it all together because you read the book over the anime. I don't want to hear that. Take that someplace else. I don't need that in my life. But yeah, that's and a lot of the issues we talk about now are pretty much the same thing. People just not being able to break away from just accepting that other people enjoy their own things.
It's
we
more
don't
like
need
Brendan
to know.
said earlier. It's the fact they want some attention.
They
want to argue with people.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Well, not me, but Brendan was.
Yes, what Brandon said. There's people want attention. That's really a lot of what it is. Now, I don't know about attention for this next one. This is one that it's kind of funnier than it is annoying, I would say. And I just titled it as shippers. People should understand, first and foremost, that these are fake characters. These are not living beings, all right? Who they end up with or what we're not watching, Jersey Shore or honestly, even if you're watching those are fake too. I mean, they're real people, but the stories are written. That's just kind of how it is. Your road rules and your real worlds and your Jersey Shores. Yes, I've dated myself terribly, but shows these same as anime goes. They're not real, okay? They're written by someone, okay? So I get that you want Froppy to be with Deku. Yes, and I think it would be cute if that happened. But it's very clear that they are building up a relationship between Deku and Uravity. Clearly.
Not Minato? Not Minato and Uravity? Okay.
No thank you.
I got played there.
No thank you. But yeah, here's the deal. Even if that's the buildup, if you want to believe that that's the case, go write a fanfic. Lots of people do. All right, they want to see their favorite characters get together and do very strange things. Perhaps, trust me, if you've ever read a fanfic, wow.
There's
They
another
get weird.
reason Deku's finger is going to be broken.
Exactly, and hilarious.
PG-18.
But yeah, it's a little ridiculous that that people tend to not get that these characters are fake. I mean, come on, guys, let's be bigger than this. I mean, unless you're 8 years old watching this, and I mean, I guess some of them it's fine.
Yeah, but
there's no reason for you to lose your crap over a character not being with somebody else. And the weird thing I think is it's not that they are upset at the anime for doing it. It's usually because someone posts a picture of their ship, what they want to see, and someone having to lose their mind. Yes, do we debate over it? Sure. We'll be like, oh, no. I like this character being with this character. Fine. We generally have a conversation. Usually this conversation results in us laughing at the fact that we're doing this. But you always get that one person who just has to, your idea of who they should be with is stupid. Mine is correct. And it's like, hey, bro, let me just, can you turn over?
They're
for a
fake.
second? Hey, you. Yeah. They're not real, idiot.
That reminds me of the time when when the Darling in the Franxx came out. And what's his name? Hero got kissed by Ichigo. The fucking internet broke down because it was not 02. They sent threats letter to
people lost their minds. Yeah, people lose their minds.
I was pissed myself. I didn't wrote threats.
It's insane. And I mean, I don't want to take it off anime, but like this happens a lot in just in entertainment in general. Yeah. Do you have any idea how many people sent death threats to Joffrey from Game of Thrones because he was such a bad guy in the show that they sent this boy death threats. He hated doing acting
his
so
job.
bad. He was doing, and that's the thing. I was like, man, your feelings were so riled up over his acting because of how good he was at portraying this character that you felt the need to go through the trouble of writing a letter or sending an email. That is not only a true nod to your abilities, but man, are you guys stark raving nuts.
Those are some people that you should have pulled in corner and says, hey, they're not real.
Yes.
He's doing a role. He's a little bit too good at it, but he's doing a role. He's acting.
Sad about it, but you know what really is hard is that yes, but here's the thing that really breaks my heart about it is that he actually left acting forever because he hated he didn't like it, it depressed him, and so he left acting. He's apparently a teacher now or something like that. That is sad. That is really, really sad.
What you're saying is we lost a great actor because people can't get off of bullshit and separate fantasy from reality.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
And this is why I hate humanity.
But agreed. Except me. I'm great. You guys are questionable.
We are great? Okay. Okay.
I'll take the blame there.
Anyway,
I'll let you have your fantasy.
Exactly. I live in my fantasy. Anyway, we have definitely run over the time that I want to do this. So I want to thank everybody.
Don't act like it's new. Don't act like it's
I know, but I gotta keep these things shaved down, man. People don't want to watch an hour of us yammer on and on and on.
Yeah,
people prefer 20, 30-minute episodes.
They didn't even check Brendan's topic.
Yeah, but look, bro, we're running out of time. It's okay.
Well, what topic was that? I missed that. What was it?
Oh, it's supposed to be Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Oh no, I said we're going to do a whole new episode. I said we're going to do a whole episode based on that. Yeah, that's an episode. That's not something you can discuss in 5 minutes or less type. No,
yeah, it's the same as the console wars, exactly. And the PC Master Race. Yeah.
You know what, Bart?
We will be doing console wars next.
What did you say, Brandon?
Yeah, I missed what you said.
Look, you're gonna stop. I feel like I keep getting attacked here because I was on console.
Oh, no hate, man. I am a console player also. But I main a PC.
Don't worry, I'll be attacking you plenty next week, where we will be doing a console wars episode. So stay tuned for that.
This is where our friendship breaks.
No,
we have the power of friendship on our side.
I'm going to be sick. What week is that?
No, it's okay. You know the tropes, the power of friendship. It will help you go through that.
Lord, give me a sign.
Anyway,
Yep,
so I can end this show.
Oh, right.
I want to thank everybody out who helped me put this episode together. Mark, Brandon, you guys are awesome.
You're welcome.
Let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, sorry.
You
can find me. Okay. Oh my God, so much editing. So you can find me on Twitch at LeonArtX44, which I'm actually way more active than I used to on it. You can also find me on Twitter at the same LeonArtX44 and Instagram also.
You already know where you can find me. I'll be on American Black Up at Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram.
Find me here at this channel that you're on right now, obviously. You can also find me at Supersize Senpai on Twitch, or Twitter rather. And on Twitch, it's Supersize. Don't worry about it. I'm not as active on those right now, but I will be getting more active in the future. Mostly check me here, where I will be starting to put up more episodes regularly. Anyway, I want to thank everybody again. Thank you guys for watching or listening in this case. Just know I will be putting out solo content at certain points too. So look forward to those. As always, deuces.